Welcome back for another dump trailer project. The patient is waiting behind me, and if you have a dump trailer or just getting into repairing stuff, this is going to be one that I almost guarantee that you were going to see, and that is busted hinges on the doors. So what people forget to do when they go to dump is they forget to latch their door open, and during the dump process the door swings open and then they dump it with the door dangling there, and it folds up the door, usually breaks the hinges, usually bends one. As you can see, this one is completely busted, and yeah, there's that. And this one is bent. I'm going to see if I can save that one just by kind of twisting the door, but I'm definitely going to replace this. It is tired, it's ready to go. And hinges are relatively cheap. You can get 4 of them for about 45 bucks on Amazon, so I keep them in stock because it just don't make any sense to try to repair some of these things when you can just put a brand new one on for, 15 bucks. So let's get started. The first thing I want to do is I'm going to try to straighten out this bottom hinge. So I'm going to try to just twist that one into shape. It's not too far off, but obviously it's far enough off to keep it from being plumb. So I'm going to take a couple clamps, clamp the bottom, clamp the top, and just try to see if it'll twist back into shape for me. So actually just using the clamp at the bottom to keep it as a footrest and pulling it helped out pretty good. Give it a look down at it. I don't see a twist anymore, so I'm pretty happy with that. So now I'll be cutting this old hinge off, and then I'll take the new one, tack it into place. We'll check the function of the door, be sure that it opens, shuts, closes nice without any rubbing anywhere. And I'm all going to do that just while it's tacked. And if all of that is satisfactory, then I'll weld it all the way out. This has been repaired before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a cutoff wheel, cut this section out, plate in another piece, weld that in, so that way I have something substantial to weld to. If I try to weld to this, it's just going to burn through and it'll probably fall off, and that's not happening under my watch. So I'm going to cut that out, replace it, and then we'll put the hinge on. Well, here's what the inside looked like. So I'm going to go cut a piece, and we'll set it in. Okay, I got the plate welded in. I actually would trust that that hinge will hold on there nicely now. So let's get the hinge put in place, tacked up, and test it out. So before I put the hinge on, what I like to do is put a small shim between this bottom cross member and the bottom of the door. So I'm just going to use a piece of 3/16 scrap as my shim. Okay. Clean up my hinge, my new hinge on the sides where I'll be welding. Get into place. So I'm just going to put it roughly in the same position where it was at. Use your bottom one for reference if you need to. And I'm going to put it dead center on that new plate. Flush to the outside. Then I'm also gonna clamp that together so that way it closes the gap. A little bit. And then tack bottom, tack top. And I'm going to give one more just because I'm going to be opening it and shutting it a few times, and that way it don't fall off, hopefully. So now let's test the function just to be sure it's operating the way I want it to. Now when you come across some trailers, some have been used a little more rough than others. So sometimes getting it close is a win, which it shuts a little hard, but this latch mechanism is bent up. The door is bent and twisted. So sometimes there's only so much you can do, but we have an operating hinge. The door opens, you can shut it. I'm going to weld it, and this will be done. Dump hinge replaced. So I'm going to let it cool down a little bit, shoot some grease in it, throw a little paint on it, and let the customer know she's ready to go.